Our tale of the tape for this, our main event of the evening. Both men, as Joe said, are 26. Gustafsson is 6'5", Jones is 6'4", but Jon Jones will still have the reach advantage with that 84.5-inch reach. With the official introductions, Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event of the evening. Sanctioned by the Ontario Athletic Commission, Commissioner Ken Hayashi. Our three judges scoring this contest at Octagon side are Chris Lee, Richard Bertrand, and Doug Crosby. And when the action begins, our referee in charge of the Octagon, John McCarthy. And now, for those in attendance and UFC fans watching around the world from the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. It's time! 5 rounds for the undisputed UFC light heavyweight championship of the world. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. This man is a striker, holding a professional record, 15 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 5 inches tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Fighting out of Stockholm, Sweden, presenting the challenger, Alexander the Mauler Gustafsson. And now, introducing the champion, fighting out of the red corner. This man is a look-see-do fighter. He holds a professional record, 18 wins, 1 loss. He stands 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing in at 204.5 pounds. Fighting out of Endicott, New York, USA, presenting the reigning, defending, undisputed UFC light heavyweight champion of the world, Jon Bones Jones.
Gentlemen, went over the rules in the back. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, touch them now. Step back. Good luck to both of you.
Jon Jones and Alexander Gustafsson for the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship of the World. Big John McCarthy, our referee.
Here we go. Step back. You ready? You ready? Get on.
Here we go! The champion in the black trunks, the challenger in the blue trunks. Quickly, he throws a kick.
Nice inside leg kick to start off by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson has a lot of power in his right hand.
Right away, it's already interesting seeing the distance. Seeing that Gustafsson can close the distance in a way that we've never seen in a Jon Jones fight before.
Jon switches his stance, then throws a spinning back kick.
And Jon gets the clinch, but can hold on to him.
You asked me earlier, Joe, is anybody else perfect with their takedown defense? And yes, that man, Jon Jones, the champion, has stopped all 16 of his opponent's takedown attempts.
I should have been able to answer that question.
I knew it was coming up.
Jon looks very relaxed here. Nice spinning back kick to the body.
That's a second spin.
Nice kick there, the elliptical kick to the thigh, and the front leg side kick to the thigh as well. Jon has really started to incorporate that a lot into his game. And it's a very frustrating kick to deal with, but Gustafsson answers with some kicks of his own.
It stops you in your tracks, literally.
Yeah.
Really torque your knee.
Both the front leg side kick and the elliptical are very controversial because they hyperextend the knee if they land correctly, but so does a leg lock. You know, I mean, the idea that those should be illegal, I think, is pretty silly.
And Jones, as you have said many times, uses them better than anybody.
Yes, and there's a nice inside leg kick in return by Gustafsson.
The wild card is
nice
the wrestling
jab by Gustafsson
of Jon Jones. So far, they have kept it on the feet, which is what Gustafsson wants. He feels he can outstrike the champion, who is in the southpaw stance again.
Nice kick to the body by John.
Gustafsson changes levels.
Gustafsson is a very sneaky right hand, Mike. And if John is standing flat-footed, if Gustafsson finds an opening, this could get interesting.
We recently saw Anderson Silva defeated by Chris Weidman. Silva had been a perfect 16-0.
Oh, and there's that right hand. That's what I was talking about. There it was. It glanced. It didn't land clean, but that's what Gustafsson's looking for.
Absolutely.
He's looking to land that sniper shot. And there's a nice inside leg kick by Gustafsson.
Jones was in attendance that night.
There's the right hand again. There's a bit of an adjustment period when you're dealing with a guy who's got to reach like either one of these gentlemen do. And this may be the first time they've faced a guy who can do what they're used to doing.
Yep.
John's cut. John is cut over the right eye.
Gustafsson with that big right hand. Gustafsson again pushing forward.
We're seeing good striking by Gustafsson here. Good movement, good striking.
Spins again. Caught him in the midsection.
Nice spinning back kick. And there's that elliptical kick again.
Head
John
kick.
goes high.
Gustafsson appears to be very comfortable here in the first
Good
round.
Combination by Gustafsson.
90 seconds on the clock.
There's
and
a
again
good
the
right hand over the top. Snuck it over the shoulder.
It's quick.
Nice leg kick by John and a return by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson said he would have the speed advantage. Superman punch.
What Gustafsson does have is very loose hands. The way he throws his hands is the way a guy who's been throwing boxing techniques his whole life throws them.
Yep. See the blood rolling down the right side of John Jones's face. Gustafsson with the takedown. First time in the UFC.
By Gustafsson, that's incredible.
Right
incredible.
back up. That's all that time spent with Phil Davis and the members of Alliance MMA.
Hold on, he got poked, he got poked. Oh no. We can only hope this is nothing.
Jones gets taken down for the first time in his UFC career.
Both of you are sticking your fingers out, like I told you, okay? How do you look? See?
Let's take a look at the replay here.
Stay there.
Yep, one finger grazed the eye. It doesn't look too bad, though. It doesn't look too bad. That didn't go in that deep. And Gustafsson is kind of blinking a little bit, but not too bad. I think it's going to keep going. Here we go.
And Big John said to both fighters, Joe, you're both sticking your fingers out. Let's keep an eye on it. Let's watch it.
Well, they're both used to using that excellent reach advantage and holding guys off.
Yep.
Spinning elbow by John. John's really starting to get aggressive now. Kick to the body.
Now Jones looks for the takedown.
And he's got Gustafsson up.
Final
Gustafsson
seconds of the
defends.
round.
Big elbow by
Big
John.
elbow.
And here's the right hand that cut him. Grazing right hand. But those are the ones that cut you more than the ones that hit clean.
Johnny Bones, deep breaths, Johnny Bones. Calm down, John. Deep, controlled breaths.
That's Mike Winklejohn.
One of the best striking coaches in the game.
Yeah.
Breathe. 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 Breathe.
Eric Del Fiore.
And there's a nasty elbow by John. Right to the side of the head.
Right at the end of the round.
They wanted to take some of that Vaseline off a little bit too much.
There you go. Put it back in. There we go. Good.
Well, that cut's leaking.
Yeah.
Let's go. Fix it.
That didn't help. So Stitch is going to take a look at it. The champion is cut. The challenger is set for round 2. The light heavyweight belt is on the line.
There's a nice inside leg kick by John.
When Gustafsson defeated Thiago Silva in Stockholm, Sweden, when he was in the main event, the first event in Sweden.
Look at that! Dose! But John's chasing after him now. Look at
literally
this!
Chasing him.
Unbelievable!
Wow! Gustafsson avoids. That's when people really started to say this kid is special. And he matches up physically with the champion, Jon Jones.
Well, I'm very impressed with Gustafsson so far, Mike. But the fight is just begun. John ducks under, gets the clinch. Can't take him down again.
He usually gets that clinch, that Greco going, and you're going for a ride. Jones has had 5 takedown attempts stuffed by Alexander Gustafsson.
And one of the differences is in their approach is that Gustafsson is much more light on his feet. He bounces around a lot, cuts angles left and right a lot. Big John's got to really get out of the way of these guys.
That's one thing they talked about in the camp, Joe, is the angles of Alexander Gustafsson.
Look at that, haymaker over the top. And the loose strike, look how light the way his hands move. Minimal effort, they just fly off his shoulders.
Jones has never been knocked down or submitted.
Oh, he can
nice kick.
John can take a shot.
Yep.
Guarantee that. We saw that in the Lyoto Machida fight. Lyoto tagged him cleanly with a straight left. And John felt that was an important moment for him because he learned he can take it.
Spinning again.
Kick. And again with that side kick to the thigh. And another question is, with the way Gustafsson moves, will he be able to continue that for 5 rounds?
Especially with those kicks to the thigh.
Yes, good point. And constantly hitting that elliptical kick that hyperextends the knee. Goes high.
Head kick. Big connection for Jones.
Stuffed that one. Now John knows that Gustafsson is thinking of taking him down. Woo!
Wow, just missed with the counter.
And he's winging that left hook. And that nice jab as well.
Those boxing skills. Over the top. 2 minutes on the clock here in the second.
And Gustafsson does have an amateur boxing background, defeated the Swedish national boxing champion.
In all the interviews working our way to tonight, Gustafsson showed a ton of confidence.
Nice leg kick there.
Said quite simply, I can beat Jon Jones any day. So far, he is right in this fight. Jones misses with the right. Again with the head kick.
Again, but look at this, caught the leg. John rolls under, tries to get a hold of him. Now he's got a clinch, he's got the hands behind the hips. How about the takedown defense of Gustafsson? Amazing. That's what you get when you train with Phil Davis.
Yep, 6 for 6.
Incredible, absolutely incredible.
That's a huge story in this fight.
It really is.
Gustafsson with the right again.
Nice right hand and a nice leg kick by John. And again with that inside leg kick.
Stats are very even thus far in the striking department. They both connected there. Oh,
going
my.
high. Nice uppercut by Gustafsson, man. Gustafsson seems to have the advantage with the hand techniques, Mike. John has been throwing some really nice kicks,
That one checked.
But Gustafsson seems to have the hand speed advantage here.
Final seconds of the round.
And more importantly, he seems to have more fluidity to his hand techniques, able to get them off quicker. Look at this nice elbow. Boom. And here is that fake low and then go high. Caught him at the end with the toe.
Be careful that it doesn't start fainting now, okay? Because you're dropping your hands a little bit. So it's fainting the kicks. It's going to the body. It's fainted to the body or to the legs, and then it's coming to the head, okay? Be strong now and try to take a little bit more command without backing too much on the fence, okay? Try to pressure him a little bit more now. He can't take you down.
Hold your lock. Focus on your lock. Get your takedown. Let's go.
All you need was 3 inches and blue was there. 3 inches and blue was there. Forward pressure working, all right? Forward pressure working. Keep it forward pressure. You got it? You listening? Hey, guys. Forward pressure. Let's go. Let's go. Forward pressure. Let's go.
9-fight winning streak for Jon Jones, the longest active at 205. 5-0 versus current or former champions. Taken down for the first time inside the octagon earlier tonight.
And he's still having a bit of a problem with that right eye. The cut above it.
That from a very early punch from Gustafsson.
And there's that kick again. And as Jon continues to land these hard leg kicks. Oh, big combination by Gustafsson. A right over the top and a right uppercut. What I was saying is that those kicks are going to take away some of the movement, and some of the movement is what has been a key to the success of Gustafsson. And as Jon continues to pick away at that leg, we see him being a little bit less nimble every time those kicks land.
Checked. Gustafsson remains engaged. A lot of kicks and good success with the kicks for Jon Jones.
And he went with a spinning back kick to the head, Renan Barão style. Look at
they
that.
clinch up for a second.
Takedown defense by Gustafsson. Really impressed with that aspect of his game, and that is, look at that, jab to the body and then up high. And that's something that he really realized he needed to work on, his grappling, and that's why he came to Alliance. Right hand over the top. After the Phil Davis fight, he knew that he had a hole in his game, and he knew if he wanted to compete with the best fighters in the world, he had to make the move to America and go with the top camp.
And not much better than Phil Davis to work on your wrestling with.
Oh, high kick.
Again. Uppercut, level changes by Gustafsson. Third round.
This has been, in Jon's side, the most he's ever been hit inside the octagon by strikes. And the most he's ever been hit cleanly.
But he keeps on coming.
Nice kick to the body there by Jon. And a return by Gustafsson.
Inside leg kick by the Swede.
And then the real question becomes, what happens as this gets into the championship rounds? Is Gustafsson prepared for that? He's never been there before. Good uppercut and a good right hand behind it by Gustafsson.
Big jab now to the body. Mixing things up nicely with the hands. Gustafsson
Another
again
right
connects.
hand.
Just
High
past
kick.
the midway point of this championship fight.
The key to Jon's attack has really been the kicks in this fight. That's where he's been the most successful. Nice elliptical kick again, hyperextended the knee. Switches it up, he's looking for the left kick now. Oh, he went with an axe kick, man. And to the body. Kicks to the body, hard kick, and a left hand behind
nice
it.
left.
That kick was hard, Mike. And you see Gustafsson taking some big, deep breaths there.
Yeah, Jon has thrown some really good kicks in this fight.
But that was the first time you see Gustafsson open his mouth wide and take big, deep breaths.
Kick jab for the champion. Switching his stance a lot tonight.
He's looking for that left kick again every time he does that. When he goes southpaw,
stuffed. Gustafsson, 1 of 3 with his takedown attempts. Good hands again. He's finding Jon Jones's face. 45 seconds.
look at that.
Both men. Gustafsson retreats, gets back to the center of the octagon.
Excellent footwork by Gustafsson. Look at that combination. And a jab and an elbow. Jon's looking for that spin. Yep, there's the elbow. Look at that. Gustafsson grabs a hold of him.
Can he get another one? Nope.
Amazing that the takedowns in this fight have been Gustafsson.
Final seconds of the third.
Check that kick.
We are headed to the championship rounds.
And Jon Jones may be losing this fight going into the championship round. Look at this right hand. Oh, that was a thumb to the eye. Man, look at that again. I want to see that again. There's a kick, but it just reached the target. It didn't go through it. Let's look at that right hand again after this elbow, because it looked to me like that right hand was a thumb right to the eye. See, and here's the right hand. Look at that. That's a thumb. That thumb went right into the eye.
My elbows from my clench. My core overhooks. Let's focus on position. You're doing a great job.
Get our first job and win every time. Keep getting our first win every time. You got it? After you hit, angle, go again. After you hit, angle, go again.
How's that, John?
Forward pressure, get on first.
Let's go.
High kicks are working.
That left hand of his is low. You see it.
Jones went 5 rounds in his defense in Atlanta against Rashad Evans. He went into the 4th round with Rampage and into the 4th round with Vitor Belfort.
But those were very different fights. There was a very different feel to those fights. This is a very competitive fight. And there's a nice left by Jon.
This is the first time Gustafsson has gone into the championship rounds, and there's that big right hand again.
It's a very different fight than those fights because Jon was in complete control of the Rashad Evans fight by the time he got into the championship rounds.
And the Rampage fight.
Both those fights, he controlled the distance and utilized his strikes. But in this fight, he's the one who's been getting tagged. I mean, look at their faces. Jon has 2 swollen eyes, big cut over the right eye. There's a nice right hand by Jon. And he can't get a hold of Gustafsson, which is really crazy to see. And there's another thing to consider, and that is the toe of Jon Jones that was badly injured in the Chael Sonnen fight. I know he had a lot of time to recover, but how much of that injury is still lingering?
Good point. He's thrown a lot of kicks, though, Joe.
Yes, he has. But that was a serious injury.
This is nasty looking. Again with that right hand, the Swede.
You know, when you see fighters enter the octagon, you never know what kind of injuries they're carrying with them, and almost all of them have something wrong with them come fight time. There's a nice jab by Jon.
You said physically that Gustafsson matches up better than anyone who has ever fought Jon Jones before.
And the combinations he's throwing, just so loose, right to the body, left up top.
But we wondered, could he handle the brilliance of the champion? And thus far, the answer is yes.
And then some.
Statistically, he has the lead.
Nice leg kick by Jon. I would imagine that Jon has the leg kick advantage or the kicking advantage. Is that correct?
Yes. But in overall strikes, it's Gustafsson.
Nice straight jab by Gustafsson. And there's a nice inside leg kick by Jon. And another. But, you know, we're in the 4th round now. I mean, something's got to happen here.
Yep, over 120 significant strikes landed by the challenger.
And again, beautiful left. The most impressive thing has not just been the striking of Gustafsson, but his ability to stuff the takedown.
Yep, in that slip and counter
Look at
a
that
moment
left.
ago.
And a
Again,
right hand.
teeing off.
And John's got the clinch here. Let's see what he can do with it.
A lot of time to work.
He drops down. He's got his hands clasped together. Let's see the defense of Gustafsson. Can he spread those legs? Can he get that base wide? He got him. Amazing.
Wow.
Amazing. And that cut is leaking into his eye badly.
Not only does he avoid the takedown, but those vicious elbows in the ground and pound of Jon Jones.
Look at the cut over the eye of Jon Jones.
And that punch landed early, Joe, in the first round of the fight.
And that's got to be impairing his vision now. Nice left hook and a jab. Smooth boxing by Gustafsson. And still moving very lightly on his feet.
And again with the right hand.
Here's a takedown attempt again. Stuffed one more time.
Wow.
Despite the fact that he took all those leg kicks, he's still moving very well.
9 for 9.
And another one, he goes up high.
Takedown defense has been perfect for Gustafsson. He has stuffed all 9 of Jones's takedown attempts. Oh, nice left by the champion.
But Gustafsson takes it well. He steps in with an elbow.
45 seconds left in round 4.
John looks for the spin.
Again,
There's a nice elbow.
caught him.
Oh, that might have hurt him.
Yeah, that did. Jones with
And
a
there's
big
a vicious knee and a vicious elbow.
30 seconds left in the
trouble.
round. Gustafsson trying to escape.
And Gustafsson stuffs the takedown even while hurt. Amazing.
20 seconds.
And stays
And
busy.
again with a big elbow. Watch the clock closely. Gustafsson is hurt.
And he looks for the spin again. Gustafsson's busted up now.
Final seconds of the round.
Flying knee.
Gustafsson is going to survive.
Incredible fight. Incredible fight.
Unbelievable.
And here we see Jon Jones misses with the left and Gustafsson connects with the hook. And now, here's the spinning elbow. Boom! Right to the forehead. And that stunned Gustafsson. Let's see it again. Boom! Clear, you see the impact there. Grabs the clinch. Hits him with the knee. Clinches him again. Another knee. Jon Jones' best round. And he may very well have to finish Gustafsson to get a decision here tonight. Who would have thought we'd be going into the 5th round and Jon Jones might have to take Gustafsson out to retain his title?
They are on their feet here inside Air Canada Center. Toronto, Ontario, Canada. 5th and final round. Wow. What a fight. Jones draws blood at the end of the 4th.
And we have no idea if Gustafsson is fully recovered. Gustafsson was in some serious trouble towards the end of the 4th.
He got that left to land early.
Nice right hand and a left behind it by Gustafsson.
Gustafsson counters. Changes levels.
Nice
Jones
kick by
with a
Jon.
kick.
And he goes to the inside leg.
1 kick, 2 punches. Both men busted up. This has been an incredible light heavyweight title fight. One of the best of all time.
And Gustafsson looks to take Jones down. Nice uppercuts.
4 minutes remain. Oh, nice left by the champion. Superman punch.
And when John looks for that right leg forward, look for the kick off the left.
Gustafsson with that right hand again, Joe.
He's looking to go high with that kick. Nice elbow, steps in with it.
Quick uppercuts by the challenger.
John's lips are swollen up too now, Mike. And look at this, Gustafsson looking for the takedown. Those punches of Gustafsson are busting up the mouth of John Jones. Good right by John.
Can he
Here's
get
the
this
shot.
one?
He got
Finally,
it.
on the 10th attempt, Jones gets the takedown.
But he's exhausted, Mike, and he's got to pass this guard to do some damage. And Gustafsson is scooting back to the cage. How much does John have in the tank now?
Gustafsson right
up to
up.
his feet, incredible. And John's taking some big, deep breaths here.
As is Alexander Gustafsson.
John spit some blood out of his mouth there, Mike.
Midway point of the 5th and final round. The UFC light heavyweight
Head
title
kick.
is on the line. Big head kick.
And Gustafsson just ate it.
Yep.
McCarthy warning them to close their hands.
Gustafsson with a kick.
Gustafsson just put his hands on his hips like he was exhausted. Another head kick. Gustafsson might be in trouble, Mike.
2 minutes on the clock.
Gustafsson looks like he's barely keeping it together with the way he's moving.
Another big kick from Jones.
Look, he's trying to make it look like he's okay, but I don't think he is. I think he's absolutely exhausted here, but still manages to stuff the takedown. Look at how he's moving away.
Gets a couple punches on.
Both of these guys are pushed to their limit in
Spinning
this
elbow
fight.
from Gustafsson.
What an incredible fight.
90 seconds on the clock. And is Alexander Gustafsson ahead on the scorecards?
He may very well be, Mike. The big round for John was obviously the last round, but that might be the only round he's won.